So LA, you're probably going to be there for a few years. You don't see yourself leaving anytime soon.
Look, I live close to the beach. I live in a really cool part of LA.
Where are you at?
Manhattan Beach.
Okay, yeah.
You know?
I mean, that's
where our friend Zenner's at.
Zenner's there, yeah.
Yeah.
That's not really California, though.
Correct.
By the way, we just came back from LA. We were there, well, I mean, at least when we
2
went
days
together.
ago, yeah.
The first time we were there in 2020, COVID lockdown, it was a shit show. And we just went back and we were like, and Mario was like, let's go to Venice and see what's going on. How shocked were you how nice it was?
Oh, it's great.
We were expecting homeless people.
No, Venice was good.
They cleaned it up big time.
Yeah.
When was this? When did this happen?
Because during
2 days ago.
during COVID, it was the worst. But now, I own a house in Venice.
Yeah.
And I'm holding on to it because it's...
What turned around in LA? Because it's better than it was during COVID
Because the
lockdown.
sheriff's department went down and they were doing a live news conference and the woman almost got knifed by somebody. You would see naked people. These people are... The homeless situation, the narrative from the left is that it's a housing problem and it's an inequality problem. They are liars. They're liars. It's an ideology they hold on to, and they're not interested in solving the problem. Sorry, go to Sacramento and tell them that it's a it's a mental health and drug addiction problem. And
is that what it is?
And it is. And when COVID hit, those services kind of evaporated for a lot of people. And that's why you had so many people on the street. So the idea that it's a housing problem and it's inequality is not only a lie, it's a malicious lie because it doesn't do anything for those people who really do need help. They need help. A lot of these people are schizophrenic. Mm-hmm. They have serious mental health problems that are beyond their control. And I think it was Adam Carolla who said, if there were a bunch of stray dogs on the street in Los Angeles, believe me, we'd do something about
1,000%.
it. But these are people, so whatever. And I'm sorry, but if you look at the bluest states, they have the worst homeless. They have the worst. They have the most regressive tax policies. They have the worst homeless inequality problems because they're not really willing to take it on. To go to San Francisco and tell me how that's working out with their DA and all those essentially those Marxists in power.
Can they turn it around because it's California is not turning red anytime soon.
Who's running for mayor of LA? Caruso. Are you following that story or no?
Yes, and
he seems pretty cool.
Well, he's made the world work.
So could this tough on crime billionaire be LA's next mayor?
So.
Rick Caruso's
I think so.
Is tapping into fears of crime, Los Angeles frustration. Can you make that a little bit bigger? Homelessness, billionaire real estate developer has spent more than $23 million on his campaign to become LA's next tough on crime mayor, and experts say his record-breaking investment is buying him a real chance at victory. Wow, so. Interesting.
Yeah. Because people, after a while, every society, after a while, looks around and says, this isn't working, man. This is not working. It just doesn't.
Yeah, and especially when you're paying that much tax, and what are you spending it on?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you help these people, and a lot of them are vets. Yeah. A lot of those guys are vets.
What do you think is going to take for California to have a Republican governor?
Well, we had a Republican governor. The issue isn't Republican governor. I think most of this politics is all local, right? So the larger question isn't focusing on the gubernatorial race and things like that. It's more about local politics. We have a Democratic supermajority. I don't think a Democratic supermajority, I don't think a supermajority of Republicans or anything is good. You need pushback. You want there to be this argument, these checks, these balances. You want pushback on both sides. That's how government churns slowly and stays out of our business. There's an important distinction when you talk about big government versus small government. Big government is not, you have to be careful about how you define these things. Big government, go ahead. It's really a question of when that government gets involved in your individual liberties, in your ability to make money, use your own risk, your own ingenuity to make, a profit, those kinds of things. When a government bureaucrat comes along and regardless of the science says you still have to be in a mask and my children still have to be in a mask, I have a problem with that. You're actually interfering in my child's well-being because you have an ideology, whatever that might be. I'm using that as a hard example. I know that's a controversial issue, but I think we have to be very careful about how we draw that distinction. In LA, what they need to worry about is, I think it's 5 women on the LA City Council who control a budget that's larger than, I think, all 40 other states.
Right.
Or in fact, it might be 40 states combined. They control a huge budget. And it's 5 of these women that, I'm sorry, are, I don't want the view I want a mix, bro. I want a mix of people. It's not about. I'm not bashing women. It's about I just want a mix of people. I'd like. Hey, you know who I want controlling the budget? People that have made a business work.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.